your father was a pimp.
At one point, yes. Yes.
What was the environment of having a father with a polarizing occupation like
So that was an earlier part of his life.
Okay.
That was an earlier part of his life. By the time we were born, he was a hustler, a street hustler, and a street pharmacist.
Okay.
By the time we all came about. So the whole pimp side of it, we didn't see that. Obviously, we got some of the vibe of it because of the mentality and how he was, but he was into the dope game by that point. So that's really, I grew up in a dope game.
Right.
I grew up in a dope game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So in a sense, his hustle was the dope game, and then the whole mental, the pimping side of it kind of went into us of, managing.
Yeah, sure.
That's what pimping is.
Right.
Pimping is managing.
Right.
On whatever side you want to look at it, like, yes, there's other things involved in it, but it's really managing somebody's career. What pimping is.
That's interesting because you've developed not just as an artist, but you've also morphed into that management executive side. Being successful on both ends. Like, I guess you could say you attest a lot of that, because a lot of people will look down on that and frown on that. But even in those situations, because I look at drug dealers, like I know a lot of friends who are drug dealers and people that's on the other side that had to arrest drug dealers. Yeah. And they found that they were some of the smartest people on the planet. Super intelligent. Math wizards, the whole 9 yards.
It's obviously just what you put your focus into, right? And I think what happens where we all come from is we're trying to find the quickest way. Yeah. So the quickest way is always usually the illegal way. Yeah. But if these same guys would have went to school or would have just got a good job at a certain age and figured out how to pimp that, how to pimp the system, or how to, they would have been multimillionaires, maybe billionaires on the other side of it, other than, just making enough money to fight your case eventually.
Yeah, well, that's the dichotomy, I guess, of being a Black person, Black man, Black woman, who has a level of intelligence or business acumen or prowess, that you can be the most qualified, but you know how that go. You can you can apply for a job and it just not happen because of the color of your skin.
No, for sure.
Just like you said, what you said as far as like you just wanting to survive, that's what a lot of our parents who went into that side had to do, just to put food on the table and make ends meet.
Absolutely.
And they used their skill set to make those things happen. Unfortunately, in a lot of cases, it was unfavorable to the system. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. I think for me though, and to fully answer your question about even did I take from that and did I learn? I absolutely learned from it, but I also unlearned because there were certain things that I saw that I'm like, that's not right. And that's not what I want to do. Yeah. I've made it a point to not want to be in a position of taking advantage of anything or anyone. Yeah. I'll get mine when I'm supposed to get mine. Right. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Was that how you connected with Joe?
No. So our connection with Joe was through
Joe Jackson, by the way.
Yeah. But it's only one Joe.
It's only one Joe.
It's Joe. You know what I mean? He gave birth to to the greats.
Yeah, only
so
the greats.
Our his wife gave birth to the greats, but
he did have some help in it.
He got out there.
He got out
there and helped make some greats.
He shot and he scored.
Yeah, he scored a lot of points. So my father and Joe were connected, from my understanding, through another family friend and one of my father's really close guys in the street, actually, Bubba Hemp, who used to manage Sly Stone. Okay. So he had his hand in the music business. Yeah. He's from Vallejo. Sly Stone is from Vallejo.
Yeah, that's right.
But Bubba Hemp had a connection into, the Motown and all the OGs rocked with each other, the Daz Band and
Right.
just the whispers and all these, everybody that was connected into that space.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was a street guy who was very famous in the street. So his name just kind of rang bells.
Mm-hmm.
So when we come to LA, he knows all the street cats in LA, and the street cats is connected to the music business. And, you know, one plus one is two.
Isn't it funny how that's never changed?
No, it's never going to change.
Like the music industry in the streets.
It's never going to change because we all come from the same place.
Yeah.
Some of us are the talent, some of us are the muscle, some of us are the money.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we all come from the same place ultimately. So Joe, from my understanding, Joe and Bubba Hemp knew each other, and Bub connected those two.
Your pop. And I'm still mad. I was not able to wear that chain. This man had the old school Gucci link with the plate.
Yeah.
With the gold plate.
Yeah, that said neutrons on it.
Do you understand?
Because people don't realize that was his actual name.
Right. You broke that down.
You know what I'm saying? Like
backwards.
Yeah, Neutrons is Ron Newt. Backwards. That's literally his name. It was his group, bro.
Yes. It was his group.
I was in the group.
But it was his group.
Yeah,
it was his idea.
Yeah.
It was his dream.
Yeah.
And but going back to the chain, y'all don't understand how much. No, seriously, because I always talk about it because growing up in Philly, 88, whatever, or 86, 87, it was this street in 10th and Market where it was like the jewelry district.
Okay.
So all you saw back then, they called it truck jewelry.
Truck jewelry, yeah.
Big plates, big ass ropes.
Yeah.
The medallion that was the sailor anchor and shit.
Yes.
And like, you know, the diamonds and all those. And I would literally stare at those windows for hours, bro.
Thug motivation.
Yes.
That's what they call it.
Yes.
You see my Jeezy.
I see that. I see you.
You see what I'm on.
I saw that. I saw that in the ice cream. Yeah. I see it. So I would see that, and what people don't understand as a kid growing up in the hood, these were things that, just like you said, it motivated us.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that time you saw Eric B and Rakim.
Yeah.
And you saw EPMD and LL and all these other guys with that on, and they were successful.
Yes.
So you correlated that with success, with status. So a lot of people outside the culture may not understand that because they never grew up in the environment that we grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked at that and I always said to myself, because most of the guys that did wear a lot of that stuff outside of the rappers I mentioned were drug dealers.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, I'm going to get all of that shit. But I'm not going to do what they were doing.
Right.
But I'm going to get it, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that rope. I'm going to get that plate. I'm going to get that Benz. I'm going to get that phone. I'm going to get all of that because that was success to me.
Yeah.
And again, when I saw your dad's chain and plate.
It took you back.
It took me back. So it was more or less, not just as a jokey joke, but it was more or less, man, I want to wear that. Because to me, that symbolized success. That symbolized a status that if I put that on, it made me feel like 88.
Yeah.
It made me feel like when that time was all about the dookie rope and the plate with all that. I was a big Slick Rick fan. I was, you know what I mean? Like that's all he did was wear the big ass chains with the medallions and whatnot. Like that was fly to me. I was into the fly rapper niggas, the ones like Heavy D to me was fly.
Super fly.
You know what I'm saying? Like Slick Rick was fly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whenever you got a rap song where he's making cleanliness sound cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I hop a bubble and have the bubble bath clean.
Yeah, clean.
Dry was my body and hair.
Yeah.
I threw on the brand new Gucci underwear for all the girls I might take home. Like I listened to that shit and I was like, yeah. I want baby powder and to smell good. I got cream socks and the Kango. Like that was fly to me.
Yeah.
So again, your father's chain.
Right.
In my eyes and in my crazy brain, when I saw that, was like, yo, I gotta wear it.
I gotta have it. Yeah.
Please let me wear that. And I bugged your daddy. He's like, I got you, boy, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
He's always moving fast.
Yeah.
He's always moving fast.
Yeah. And then he started talking to me about, a project he wanted to get popping.
Yeah, so I got Boys to Men.
Right. He was always hustling.
Shawn from Boys to Men gonna play me.
Yeah, right. So rest in peace, Ron Newt. We miss you and we love you. Hey y'all, and that was on that note. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, here's a couple more videos for you to check out. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.